let me just say this before I start the video. A lot of these names that you see and across the NFL, they might not ever reach their ultimate goal of being on the 53-man roster. They might not ever play football again. Who knows? So I just want to say I'm not picking on nobody when it comes to this list. I know we just look at it as a bunch of names, but these are real people that wanted to make it to the NFL or make a roster or things like that. So I'm not going at them at all. This is just what it is. For Saints fans, this is the group of people that we cut to get the 53-man roster. It's a couple names that jump out to me. The main one is Bradley Roby. An hour before we cut Bradley Roby, they said the Saints were getting phone calls about trading for him. And I'm thinking, if anything, we'll get some draft compensation for Bradley Roby, because Bradley Roby is a damn good corner. He's solid as a corner. And I look up an hour later, we cut him. I know it cut with the salary cap and things like that, but I thought we would trade him. But when I saw this, and I just heard Dennis Allen say this, that meant that we were confident in Alontae Taylor. That's really what it really come down to. Alontae Taylor will be our slot corner, and he is too good at football for him not to be on the field. I said in my video before training camp that I want him and Adebo to go at it, but now they're going to both be on the field together because Alontae going to be playing slot. Now, Dennis Allen said the only thing that Alontae lacked at that position, slot corner, is the time and the reps. He's not a traditional. I don't think he's a traditional slot corner. He's more on the outside, but he will be playing slot for us, and he'll have growing pains. So it ain't gonna look that great from the beginning. I hope it do, but I feel like it ain't gonna look that great. He gonna have growing pains, things like that. But we believe in Alontae Taylor. He is too good for him not to be on the football field. It's just that simple. It is what it is. Now we go to Jalen Smith. Jalen Smith, when he got there in the middle of preseason, he did good in practice. He did good in the games. So I feel like he'll be on the practice squad if he don't go somewhere else. Darrell Williams, I thought we'll try to keep him because Alvin Kamara going to be out for some time. Jonathan Abram, I didn't hear anything good about him throughout the I guess it wasn't any eye openers what he was doing. So I felt like that was going to happen. Shaq Davis is a player that I thought that we would try to keep, but he was playing receiver. So he did pretty good at the end of preseason. I really like what he was doing. He might be on the practice squad. And my biggest thing is, I'm trying to make sure I'm looking at all these Lucas Kroll, players like that. But my main ones is the fact that we got rid of Will Lutz and we got rid of Blake Gillikin. They both lost their job to undrafted free agents. We have two rookies, a rookie kicker and a rookie punter. They did their job. I just got to give it to them. They had to do their job. Lou Headley, whatever his name is, I'm sorry if I pronounced it wrong. And then we got Blake Groupie as our kicker. So we will have two rookies at kicker and punter with a team that is trying to make it to the playoffs, that feel like they should make the playoffs, winning division, things like that. It's gonna be some tough situations they get put in as rookies. And Dennis Allen, Mickey Loomis, they all saw it. So I got all the confidence in them. Will Lutz got beat out. Blake Gillikin got beat out. So that's another thing. Another player, Smoke Monday. A lot of Saints fans, because he got hurt last year, was out for the whole season. He came back this year to practice with us, do training camp, and we released him too. A lot of Saints fans like Smoke Monday. I did too. I thought he'll be good with us, but who knows? He might be on the practice squad. Might be able to move up. Who really made the team though? The guy that we signed, and it was a reunion, and I felt like, even though we got Juwan Johnson, you know what I'm saying? Like I take some here that'll play tight end. You need somebody like a Jimmy. If Jimmy Graham could be that box out, he just box out somebody in the end zone or run up the field and just jump over somebody. He'll be that guy for us. So a play like this, you need that. You need that. That is old school Jimmy Graham right there. And then my favorite play is this play right here. Look, he literally boxed this man out like he was going up for a rebound. Boxed him out. He got no chance. We gonna need that. In the red zone, you can put him, Juwan Johnson spread people out and just find a mismatch. If Jimmy Graham got a small dude on him, go to the pylon or go to the end zone and just sit there and box him out. You need Jimmy Graham on your team. I had no doubts that Jimmy Graham was. I did not think he was gonna not make this team because that's what he can do and that's what we need. You got Michael Thomas, you got AK, you got Juwan Johnson, you got Taysom Hill, you got Jimmy Graham. You got a lot of players you could put the ball in their hands in the red zone. Now, I'm not saying Jimmy Graham going to be the old player he was with Drew Brees. I'm not saying it. But goal line and situations where you know you're going to have a mismatch, get the ball to goddamn Jimmy Graham. It's just that simple. He showed throughout the preseason. He showed, especially in that last game, which I think really helped him, was that last game with him doing this right here. And now he's solidified on team, 53-man roster. All the rookies that we drafted this year, I think, made the team. A.T. Perry was a name that we kept bringing up because we was like, we got a good receiver group. I want to keep A.T. Perry. I thought A.T. Perry would make the team because I felt like in practices, Nick Underhill and everybody were talking about him, and then we'll see it in the game. He caught however many passes the first preseason game. When you throw it to him, he catching the ball, he running good routes, things like that. I expected A.T. Perry to make the team. Brian Brzee, of course. Brian Brzee had a very good game, the last preseason game. I'm ready to see what he's gonna do. I hope he just keep it going. Kendrick Miller, we didn't see a lot from Kendrick Miller, and I'm gonna say we saw a catch from him down the field when James Winston threw it to him. But running wise, our offensive line didn't create any holes during the preseason, especially during the games. Now I don't know in practice, I didn't see all the practice film, but in the preseason, he really didn't have lanes to run through. Now, our starting offensive line better be creating some holes because Alvin Kamara not going to be there for the first 3 games. So we're going to need him and Jamal Williams to be able to get holes to run the ball. But I feel like we'll see more good out of Kendrick Miller during the season when it's the starting lineup as far as the offensive line because – like I said, he didn't have many holes, and I couldn't blame him at all for that. But, yeah, so now, like I said, these are the players that we cut, and it's really not too much surprising. Like I said, the players that I said were surprising were Blake Gillikin, you got Will Lutz and Bradley Roby and things like that. And we had a lot of tight ends, so I knew some tight ends wasn't going to make it. Kroll, and you got Holtz and Jesse James. People not gonna make it. We got our tight ends already. We got our receivers already. But some of these players will make the practice squad. So y'all let me know what y'all think about the players that got cut, the players that's still there, or the players that actually made the team that was you thought was gonna get cut. But we got our 53-man roster. Now it's time to play some damn football. Dennis Allen and Pete Carmichael.